Hey guys, me again. This is part two, which another one in Vermont. Yeah, another haunting. Well, Jim had a little play with this one. See, we were at American Flatbread. Now, this place started as Carberry Restaurant in 2004. These hauntings have started as a young cook has said to have killed himself. Before that, there were a series of tunnels built to run beer, such in the 1970s to 1820s, 1790s to 1820s. This was run by a man named Gideon King. Well, back to the hauntings. There is anything from the skirts getting lifted up, the glasses appearing on the bar in a pyramid shape, to waitresses wanting to go into the basement. No one wants to go to the basement. To the door slamming shut. Now, which door? We were going to find out which. Now, see how this got started is that, well, there's so little that we found, and she did the little such a spur of the moment thing. Now, we were there waiting and relaxing at this restaurant, eating and stuff like that, when Jim started talking and to some of the patrons there. A little redhead by the name of Sylvia there. Yeah, Jim's got a thing for the redheads. Poor guy. So do I, but that's the point. Well, me and Sarah were relaxing, and he starts talking, and he comes down and said, "Oh, I found our next job." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, the owner here wants." I was talking to this woman, one of the patrons, and owner came out. No, let's not talk about what happened then. But the owner came out, and when we started I started telling him that we're part of a group. Well, we are a group of paranormal investigators. We investigate paranormal stuff like that. I said, "Dude, we invest more than just paranormal. I remind you of things that we've done, the things that we've killed." Yeah, he just continued. He said, "Well, his only thing is that he only wants us to do it at night when there's no one else around. Investigate it, and if we find enough evidence to prove to him and his patrons that the place is more haunted than what it seems, we'll get paid." And, well, of course he's going to keep the evidence. That's what we do. We don't keep the evidence. Never do. Other than me telling you these stories. Well, what had happened was is that around midnight, no, after the place closed, we started setting up the stuff. So I started talking to some waitresses and whatnot, and that stayed after hours, and Jim was setting up the equipment while I was talking to the manager, see if we had his take, see where the best places were. He said the basement was the main place that nobody wanted to go down. Well, I said, "Well, that's where I'm going tonight then." He says he don't know what goes on down there, but be careful. I'll go down there, take a flashlight, whatever. You know. No, I took him for a camera, went down there. Jim and we're upstairs. They were asking the questions, see if they could get answers. You know what they normally ask: who are you? Where are you from? Did you work here? Did you kill yourself? Such like that. I went down there, and I Turned on the camera, turned on the light, flash. I had infrared, so I wasn't worried about it. So I started looking around, and you got this really eerie feeling when you went down there, like this gut-wrenching something grabbing your stomach and squeezing it. You know, something taking your breath away. Some just eerie feeling, eerie as hell. So I was like, okay, this needs to be recorded. So I strained myself to record as I'm trying to keep myself from upchucking and running out of there. Now what happened is that I went down there and I started recording and I started getting sick. I started feeling ill. Just as I was coming up, the door slammed right in front of me. And something almost like it almost pulled me down the stairs. It was a grab. Boom, boom. I hit the stairs all the way down, back first. Hit my head on the last step and flipped backwards. So I basically, about an hour or two later, I'm waking up and I see these red glowing eyes staring me down. I'm looking at it. I'm looking towards, glancing back and forth between the stairs and this thing. No, I face some creepy, strong, evil-ish looking things. But this thing was not moving, and it had no lower torso. Yet it was on the ground, staring up at me. Now it made no noise, but every time I blinked, it looked like it was getting closer to me. I inched up the stairs, slowly backwards, keep my eye on it, doing my best not to blink. But my head hurt so bad I wrenched in pain, squinting my eyes, and it was closer. Now, the door was locked. Well, it felt like it was locked. It wouldn't open. I'm cringing in pain, and I'm trying to keep my eyes open, so I start banging on the door as hard as possible to get the attention of them. Of Jim, Sarah, I was screaming and shouting, and every time I closed my eyes, this thing got closer. And just as it was about to get right in my face, the door opened behind me. I told Sarah, I told Jim to drag me away from this door and to shut it as quickly as possible. Jim said why? I said don't ask why, just do it. Jim quickly shut the door and locked it. Everything was calm the rest of the night. Nothing happened for the rest of the night. I went to the doctor and went to the hospital and got bandaged up, and they asked me what I saw. And I said, I don't know. It was right in front of me, and I really couldn't tell you. It was just there, then it wasn't, then it was, then it wasn't. It was right in front of me at one point, then it was gone. It gave you such It made me feel so sick. I wanted to puke every ounce of my bodily fluids out the ground. It was that bad. It was that horrible. It's like, well, guys, I'd like to thank you for sticking with me. I've got a lot more subscribers than I thought that I would. Like I said, this will be put up next in December. I'm recording on the 11th of November. It'll be put up in December. I'm wanting to do a Halloween. I'm wanting to do a Christmas one, so I might do another recording for Christmas, the month of December. But with that said, guys, good luck, good night, and God bless.